Hello everyone, welcome back to Freeware Favorites, and I've got a doozy for you guys today. What would happen if Capcom still made Marvel fighting games? Yeah, I know we had Marvel vs. Capcom 3 not too long ago, but I mean just plain themed Marvel one-on-one fighting games. They used to have that with Marvel superheroes, X-Men, Children of the Atom, and then they got into the whole Marvel vs. Capcom thing, but the thing is, there's a fan community out there that said, well, what if they did? And there's a ton of really cool fighting games out there that do just that, thanks to a wonderful little fighting game engine called M.U.G.E.N, or M.U.G.E.N, whatever. But the one I'm going to talk about today is probably one of the best made fan-based fighting games ever. It's called Avengers vs. X-Men, the fighting game, and it's based off of the recent storyline from Marvel, and it follows it pretty closely too, including having scenes right from the comics put into the story mode of it, and a lot of your favorite characters from it as well. And it is done so well and so professionally, I wouldn't put it past the fact that this was a commercial-grade game made by Capcom itself. And the people who brought this to you is Infinity M.U.G.E.N team, going under the prospect of Project X storyline. Now, this isn't the first game Infinity M.U.G.E.N has come out with. They also came out with other excellent fan-based games, including Super Marvel vs. Capcom Eternity of Heroes and X-Men Second Coming, which is a complete X-Men fighting game that came before this and is excellent on its own right. In fact, I'll get to those games on another day. This one is the most recent one in its collection, and oh my lord, it's glorious. Not only does it have an awesome cast of characters, this game is so professionally well done, I feel bad downloading it for free. The cast of characters include, just to name a few, Spider-Man, Colossus and his Colossus Juggernaut form, Magneto, Emma Frost, Hope, Psylocke, Iron Man, of course Captain America, Scarlet Witch, and so forth. Even the Thing is in there. And they all play wonderfully, and the good news is these aren't just carbon copy reskins of the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 characters. A lot of these are original characters, and the ones that have shown up in original Capcom games have been completely redone, including Wolverine, Cyclops, Colossus, Hulk, and Red Hulk in this case, but you can play as the normal Hulk, and they all have new moves, even new voiceover work as well that they've probably taken from many other video games or cartoons. There's an awesome combo system, and each character seems to use their unique abilities to their advantage. For instance, now Spider-Man has a limited amount of spider fluid, and if he runs out, he has to use up one of his supers to refill. So you actually kind of have to use some strategy to it. Luke Cage can activate a bulletproof mode so he can take more damage. And King Namor can summon a tidal wave of water that he can swim around in to give him the advantage against his opponents while, well, swimming, obviously, because he's from underwater. And that's just to name a few. Plus, along with the normal arcade mode, there's also a survival mode and a versus mode that'll allow you to play 1-on-1, 2-on-2 at the same time, and a team mode where you can play up to 4 different people per team, kind of like King of Fighters. And that's really cool. That's standard fare with most M.U.G.E.N games and stuff. But again, like I said before, the story mode is really neat. You just don't go through your normal ladder of it all. It actually goes through the storyline of Avengers vs. X-Men that happened in the comic. And you fight people relevant to the story, all the way up to the final boss, who is the Phoenix Force itself. Which was kind of disappointing, actually. It's mostly just a giant flaming bird, and it's not as cool as I thought it was. I was really hoping that they would have the big transformation of Cyclops and Colossus and Emma Frost and so on, and they would have a new Phoenix Force form that you would have to fight against, but they sort of hint at that. So, who knows, the next project might tackle that arc of the storyline, which would be pretty sweet as well. While the story's done to a T, that's not the only thing that's been done customized in this game. You have customized music, a cool side-scrolling beat-em-up mini-game that's in the middle of story mode, and customized backgrounds that also help fit with the story. A lot of it is just redo of original backgrounds that have been done in other fighting games, and some look like complete reworks as well. So not only are you jumping into this game with completely new characters, re-envisioned for this arc, an awesome story mode, awesome over-the-top combos that you would expect from a game like this, you get everything else custom as well, including new music and backgrounds. It boggles my mind, and I seriously don't understand why no one has scooped these guys up to make a full-blown game of something, even if they can't use the Marvel license or anything. This is just amazing. I do have a couple little gripes, besides the boss at the end. Not all the characters are completely balanced, as in any fighting game, and while there's a huge cast of characters, you are going to find some that seem a bit lacking compared to others. Some might have more combos, more supers, and the voice work is hit or miss with some. This is just a minor nitpick, but for the most part, everyone feels like they're supposed to be there, and everyone is definitely playable and fun, and I'm sure you're going to find a character in there that you're going to love, whether it be Spider-Man, Cyclops, Red Hulk, or Captain America. So, I don't know why you're watching this anymore. Go over to the Project X website right now and download this game. And while you're at it, download the X-Men Second Coming game and go over to M.U.G.E.N and get the Super Mario vs. Capcom as well. You're just not going to be disappointed. This stuff is grade A stuff. Invite some friends over, play some great fighting games that are Marvel themed, and, well, have a good time. Thanks for listening, everyone. Till next time, game fans, keep playing.